So, welcome. Those of you that have never been here before, this is our 15 minutes of positivity group. We get together every Monday through Friday at noon just for 15 minutes. And the idea is that we activate those parts of our brain and our nervous system that have been shown to, over time, give us this capacity to feel sense of equanimity, groundedness, and peace, and so forth. Yesterday, we did mindfulness practice, and today we're going to do a little twist on a theme of awe. So I'll talk about that in a second. Those of you that have just joined, please go ahead and grab a pen and paper because we're going to do some journaling today. And while you're doing that, I want to introduce this concept of awe and the role that awe plays in the realm of mental health. So I know when I was really struggling with depression, I had this very palpable sense in hindsight of walking through life. My eyes were cast down. I was maybe looking at, the 4 to 6 feet in front of me. I had this sense that there's a lid experience of life, and I couldn't really break through any of that. Now, when I think of awe, being a pretty avid outdoors person, so mountaineering, climbing, spending time in places like Patagonia and weeks, if not months on end in mountains and kayaking and rivers, there's this very opposite experience, which is when you look up at the sky and you say, oh my gosh, everything seems so large and so beautiful and so grand and so beyond really what I can comprehend with my limited words and my limited intellect. I can't really make sense of it intellectually. And so I'm just left with this feeling, which we call awe. And there, over here at UC Berkeley, there's a gentleman by the name of Dacher Keltner, who at UC Berkeley has made it his field of study to explore what exactly is awe. What happens in our brain when we have this numinous, expansive experience of what that we label awe. And it's absolutely, on the other end of the continuum from rumination, anxiety, depression, sort of this, this stuckness. So today, I'd like to activate part of our brain that allows us to feel awe. And a quick sidestep here, if you haven't already signed up for some kind of an update from NASA or the James Webb Telescope, I strongly recommend you do so, because the imagery and the information that's coming from this amazing, feat of human engineering is truly mind-boggling. And many times a day or even a week, I sit there staring at these images of these galaxies and these nebulas and the sort of truly, truly awe-inspiring stuff that's happening. And I know for me, it's a really integral part of my, stimulating those parts of me that are in contradiction or on the opposite end of that depressive tendency that, I don't know, social media or politics or the news or whatever might activate that. So anyway, that's my shtick on awe. So let's jump into it. Pen and paper, if you would, at the ready. And we're going to do some stream of consciousness journaling today about our relationship to awe. And I'm going to give us 3 minutes per prompt. And just a quick reminder, when you journal in the way that we're about to, just keep the pen moving, right? So don't let yourself get stuck on, oh my gosh, I need to make this sound grammatically correct, or what have you. Just keep the pen moving. And the goal here is to see what comes out of your pen and try to not constrain yourself by any of these, traditional norms that we have of, oh, this is what it means to sound intelligent or express something. This is for your eyes only. This is just for you. So, okay, prompt number 1. The last time I experienced was, so I'm setting the timer for 3 minutes. Go ahead and just start writing to whatever extent you can. Don't let the pen stop. The last time I experienced awe was, and if you run out of something to write, you can literally write that down. You can say, I don't know what to write. I don't know what to write. And eventually your mind will give you the next thing to write. And then you just write that, and no judgment, no plan, just start writing. Okay, and just a heads up, we're looking at about 20 more seconds. So maybe start wrapping up this last statement that you're writing. And then before we jump to the next prompt, take a moment, take a deep breath in, ground yourself. Again, and the goal here is openness, stream of consciousness. It's not about performing. This is all about exploring and growing and seeing what happens. So the next prompt is experiencing awe more frequently would probably help me. So experiencing awe more frequently would probably help me. And again, just let the pen flow for 3 minutes. Okay, and we're running up to about another 20 more seconds, so maybe start wrapping up the sentence that you're writing. Okay, and once again, before we shift to our third prompt about awe, notice, maybe take a deep breath in, notice your exhale. And speaking of awe, just noticing the awesomeness that is the human body and lungs and the cardiovascular system. All of this is just available to us right now, right here in this moment. And exhale. And let's drop into this next prompt, which is, I could experience awe on a more regular basis if I could experience awe on a more regular basis if let's go for 3 minutes. All right, we're gonna